Hi, my name is Dave and welcome to Fore Golf. If you are new here, I make golf videos out of Perth in Western Australia and sometimes further afield. Out on the golf course today, and I am giving this, the Taylormade Tour Response ball, a little tryout over 4 holes here on my course, Sun City Country Club. And this one has actually been donated, not by like a manufacturer or anything like that, by my good mate Scotty Kerrin. So thank you very much, Scott. You only gave me one, so I hope this is actually a 4-hole review and not a one-shot review. It's pretty good so far. That'll do. So if that first shot is anything to go by whatsoever, I think I'm going to quite like that ball. I'm not exactly sure where it sits in the range. I think it's supposed to be a bit softer, perhaps, than the TP5, TP5X. Certainly than the X, because that's been the hardest ball in the range. I think green side is where you're going to see the most benefit out of it, and obviously with that line on it, then you know, lining that up for putting, which is not something that I really do, but that's where it could have some advantages as well. So just for you lot, I'm going to line putts up today. Who knows, maybe I'll sink them. The one thing I will say is that when I've seen these on course, I've struggled to see them in the rough. So again, if I do hit it somewhere that I shouldn't, we're probably not going to find it. And also, hey mate, what's going on? All right, so I've missed the fairway by a club head, but even off the whites, that's a pretty good hit. So I was a bit concerned that with a softer ball that's a bit more spinny, that you might lose a little bit of distance out of it, but yeah, no, that seems to come off the face really, really well. 160 meters to the pin, and it's tucked behind a bunker here, so you may get to see a bunker shot in a minute. You're definitely going to see a chip. Short and right, I'm going to have to go over a bunker. Let's see if this short game work's paid off. So feel-wise, I mean, yeah, I've only hit one shot other than the 3-wood, but off the irons, that felt pretty good. I mean, I didn't make the best contact on that, and it still felt relatively soft. I kind of feel with a harder ball, I would have felt that a bit more. Right, so 22 meters, and I've got about 2 meters of green. So this needs to go aerial, and so I've got the 58. Just checking that I actually have got the 58. And I mean, it's not in it's in the rough here. Don't know if it will spin much, but be interesting to see if it spins more than I would expect it to. Spin hard. Well, it's over the top of you, so it's going to be a long putt. That came out just a little bit hotter than I expected out of that lie. Nothing to do with the ball. Give you a close-up of what this actually looks like. So you've got this alignment guide, or you know, this kind of green stripe down the middle, which is supposed to aid with alignment, I presume. Let's see if it can help me here. So hopefully, if I hit a good putt, we'll see this just rolling end over end towards the... All right, you're all nice and zoomed in now. See if I can hit a decent putt. I just want to see it rolling end over end. Pretty good, certainly rolling nicely, and it's not a bad putt. It's a tap in for a 5. All right, there was a finished result. We can see it's actually still end over end, so rolls pretty nicely. I'm going to play a couple more holes maybe, and then just finish up with my official view, which is entirely my own opinion and should not be taken as advice. What I have seen people doing with these is actually lining up, you know, kind of to get you lined up. I suppose you could do it along the target line or back, so you get the club face square to it, etc. But I'll give that a crack now. Let's see with driver whether we get any kind of different spin than what I'm used to. That's definitely me. That is ridiculous. That has done so well for such a bad shot. I don't think it's a miracle ball. I just must have trod in something earlier. Obviously, what I wanted to demonstrate to you was what they look like in the rough. And I know it's not the best illustration, that kind of stands out quite well, but when the rough is a bit thicker, it's sometimes a bit difficult to see these. That is the only consideration. Now, This is the shot I had ahead of me, which is not that pretty. There is a flag through there. It's just whether I want to go over that. I've decided that over is not even nearly possible, so we're just going to try and bump one through. This is going to be a bit, well, the shot is set up like Zach Radford. I don't know if the actual shot will be executed like Zach Radford, but we're going to try and go through that gap. This is a 1 out of 10 shot. Yep. Now we get to see how it spins out of the fairway. I'll hit the tree over there, it's basically come back sideways. Come back sideways, can that really be a thing? Anyway, I've got 85 meters to the pin. So we're going to hit a full 58 and we're going to try and spin the backside off this thing. Might need to go. Oh. Nah, they're rubbish. The ball cannot take all of the blame, but that definitely was a bit shorter than I expected. But maybe it just span up a bit into the wind. Now we get to see some real raz on it. This is going to have to spin. Right, so this is already on a little bit of an upslope, so I don't actually need that much loft, but so I've just got 50 degree. I am in the rough, so it may not spin as much as we want, but it'd be interesting to see. I'm not going to try to spin this one. I'm just going to try and again get the contact. Rolled out a little bit as expected. All right, let's see if we can get that line from the other side for you. So for those with a calculator, this is for bogey. And this is probably one of the quickest putts on the golf course. Straight downhill. And if I hit this too hard, it'll go back off the green. But hopefully it's a good example of seeing this thing rolling end over end. Oh, just wobbled on me. You could see from the wobbling, it wasn't my purest stroke, but that's a 6. All right, par 3. I think I'm going to make this the last hole because I'm not really doing the ball any justice, if I'm honest. But par 3, got 7 on, I got it lined up. It's got to be all carry. There's a very good chance you're going to see a bunker shot in a minute. Or a hole in one. Oh, that is close. It's a chance at retribution here. Clearly it's time for an eye test because that's not close. It's actually pitched there. Tee box is directly back that way. Wouldn't it be great to finish the video draining a long birdie putt? I've played this hole 3 days in a row now. On Saturday I birdied it. On Sunday I birdied it. Will Monday evening be another birdie? It's got a chance. It's got a real good chance. Oh! Well, I gave it a good old run and I've got about 5 or 6 feet coming back. Definitely 6, more like 7. Again, just only focus is just getting that thing rolling straight. And from that point of view, I can see it will be good for a lot of people. Works, just works. All right, so in conclusion, it's a pretty good ball. I mean, let's be honest, Taylormade make it. It's not going to be a bad ball. The lineup stuff doesn't bother me. I think I could use it equally. I could not use it. A bit like the Pix ball, in my opinion, like that way. Yeah, maybe that lining up is something that I should be doing a bit more of, given that I hold a couple of longer ones with it, or one. Softness, yeah, real soft, feels really nice off the club. There's quite a bit of spin. I've done some other chips and stuff with it. There is quite a bit of grab with the thing as well. I have actually got no idea how much these things cost. So when it comes to value for money, I'm going to have to now look it up on the internet and provide an appropriate reaction for you now. I can't believe how cheap they are. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's such a good quality ball. Actually, they're quite cheap. Yeah, that's reasonable. That is a stupid amount of money for a golf ball. I don't know which one it was. The only way that you can find out whether it suits you is by going and checking it out. They'll be available at all good golf retailers and some bad ones as well. My name's Dave, this is Fore Golf. If you did enjoy the video and got some value out of it, smash that like, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.